Hello everybody, welcome to this tutorial video on how to register as a judge for the online student convention.
Or for any student conventions now that
okay.
we are using the Accelerate Convention portal. So anytime you want to register as a judge, this is where you'll go.
Okay, for those that aren't familiar on how to get to the portal, you can head to the student convention website, which is convention.accelerateministries.com.au, and once you've greeted with this page, on the top menu under register, you want to select that, and then it's going to open the convention portal.
Yes, absolutely. Now, there's two different ways to register as a judge, and it's going to depend on who you are. So the first way is this judge's registration menu item up here. That is if you are not connected to a school. So maybe you're an alumni that isn't a supervisor in the school, or any other volunteer that wants to be involved as a judge for our convention. You will go and click on Judges Registration. Remember, this is only if you aren't already connected with a school and in the portal. Fill your details out here. Now we have the standard questions, previous convention experience, and other non-convention experience. These are the same questions that would have been on the hard copy application, the paper application that we used to accept. Now you just have to fill it in here. So there's some explanations there of what you can enter in there. So you go ahead, you can fill that in, and then on the back end we will accept you as a judge. And then you'll be able to go across to the login section and choose judge. Now, the only people who choose judge are if you are only a judge. You're not a supervisor, you're not connected to a school. So only select judge if that is you. You're not connected into the school. Otherwise, you will always log in as a supervisor using the supervisor details that you've previously logged into the portal with. So if you need help with that, you can go to our YouTube channel and have a look at our other videos on how to get registered as a supervisor. But more than likely, you talk to your school and make sure they've registered you as a supervisor on their portal, their side of the portal. You'll get an email and then you verify your email. But that's all in our other videos. But your school admin or whoever is running conventions and doing the admin for your conventions will be able to help you with that. If you already have logged in and you are a supervisor in the portal, you just log in as normal. So just log in with your supervisor details. No, oh yeah, sorry, we have so many emails used at the moment for this. Now you won't have anything because you aren't allocated students. Over here you can see judge profile. Why are you approved by admin already? Okay, This for most of you should be blank and not approved. But what we can do is up here, if you are a supervisor, you will have this switch button. If you're just a judge, ignore this part. You can skip forward a couple of seconds. So you'll have this switch to button. Because you log in as a supervisor each time, you'll be able to toggle between judge and supervisor. So we can go to your judge's profile. And here is where you put your judge experience and your convention registrations. So we've got nothing in here yet, so he really shouldn't be approved by admin, but what we'll do is we'll go in and pop your experience in.
Oh, sorry.
We won't put all of Nathan's experience here, but you would go and do it properly. If you've been a judge, maybe what events you've judged, if you were a student, anything like that to help us match people to the most suitable events for them. And then down here is any other non-convention experience. Again, it's the same that would have been on the paper form, so you can just write testing for this. But if you have a hobby that you're really invested in and there's a lot of skills that you could bring with that, you can pop that in there and select submit. Now that's going to send it through to us at on the back end in admin, and we will then approve your profile depending on your answers. But if not, we will get in contact with you and let you know. Then once you've got your judge experience in and you're approved as a judge, you can go to convention registrations. This is where any new conventions will appear. At the moment, we only have the one for the online student convention, but next year we will have many running through the year. So you might see all of them here. You just go across and select register next to the convention that you would like to be a part of. Are you sure you want to register? Yes. And then this is where you can type your events in. So you can search them 3 ways. If you click into the box, it will give you a scroll box here. So you can just scroll down and have a look at all of the events. Maybe if you're not sure which ones you want to be a part of, please ignore my phone ringing. Or you can type in the event that you want to be a part of. So maybe it is short stories, and you can choose both, but you'll just have to go and do both. Or you can do it via the number. So if we wanted to do book report as well, maybe you're very academic, you could go 014 and that will show you. Now those events are all found in the guidelines on that first website that we went to. The guidelines are there to show you the judges form ahead of time. It gives you all of the rules that the students have, so you can familiarize yourself with the events that you're choosing to be involved in, and it will also give you the numbers there in the intro of each event. So if that's everything that you are interested in, it doesn't mean that you will be a judge for those events. It just means you're letting us know you'd like to be a part of those events, and then we will allocate, again, based on workload, how many entries there are, and we try to keep that as even as possible. So this is just an expression of interest. This isn't the events that you will definitely get. And then you select save once you've got all of the events in there that you want. Now, I will just note that once you have selected your events, you cannot change them in here. So that is because we need to be able to allocate judges, and if people have the ability to change every day which events they are interested in, we may not be aware of it and end up with holes or with multiple judges and things like that. So well, we always have multiple judges, but holes is probably more likely where we don't have enough judges in an area because someone's removed an event. It is okay. You can email us if you've made a mistake or you've changed your mind, you realize it's not an event that you actually feel confident in doing. Just send us an email at events@ski.edu.au and we can change it. We have the ability to make adjustments, but we just need to be aware of those changes so that we can plan around it. You can go and check your events using this little puzzle icon. And there you are. They're the events that you're interested in. They're not necessarily the events that you are a part of. So that is everything. And then if you are a supervisor and you want to switch back, you can just go back up to this icon. If you are a judge only and you logged in at the start using the judge login, you will not have that option and you can just log straight out. Now, this will be an ongoing profile, so you don't need to apply for a new profile every year. Your profile will stay on the system, and as you get more experience, you can go to your experience and change it here. So as you judge different events, you can add it in there. Maybe you pick up a new hobby because that's fun. You can add that in here and just keep it up to date as we go. And then that's your profile. So that is what you will be able to see, what we can see on the back end. So if anything in there is incorrect, go back and change it in your judge experience. At the moment, that is the registration process. We are still working on the portal, the actual judging portion of it. So our web development team is frantically trying to get those forms converted and online for us. I think we're about halfway. So we should have that early next week for everyone. It will push judging slightly, just by a few days, we think, but we will send out an email with all of this information as well. But for now, go ahead and select your events, and then we can go and start putting people into the events and start getting ready for the judging, which is really exciting. That's everything. Bye.
See ya.